technologically gifted spouses because I don't have one.
Right? My
It's
husband is really good with that.
it's on me. It's all on me.
All right. I think we are live. Oop, I don't want to pull up my VIP Kid classroom. Trying to pull up so I can see Mandy. There we
What?
go.
You don't want to go back to your classroom?
No, thank you.
Yeah, not at all.
So, hello, everybody, and welcome. We have 2 people in the chat already. Thanks for stopping by. So, today I have Mandy. Hey, Mandy.
Hi.
Thanks for coming.
Oh, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
I'm excited too. We've chatted and seen each other in some meetings and things,
Yep.
but we haven't really chatted face to face this way. So it's
Nope.
pretty neat meeting everybody.
That is. I agree. This is a great way. You have been very, very focused on connecting with people, and I think it's awesome.
I love people. I'm not good at crafts. I'm not, I'm not a crafty person, not very good with technology, but I do like to talk.
Good. That's a good gift, especially in this field.
Right?
Mhm.
I like your name sign in the back.
Thank you. I made it.
Cute.
Yeah, pretty easy. Yeah. Some of the stuff you'll see.
Mine is from my friend Evelyn Joy. She made it for me. Actually, all my paintings are from her too.
I saw the day you unboxed when she sent you the little ones. I watched your YouTube on that. Yes. She's very talented. She was in one of our groups painting while we were talking. I don't remember. Yeah. She's just fascinating.
She does. She's been selling them and earning extra cash on the side for her family. So it's
awesome.
It's an awesome idea. Let's see. Rebecca's here and Alicia. Hey guys, thanks for coming. All right. So let's get started. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. Can you tell us something or a little bit about yourself?
Sure. So I have an unusual background. You put in our little thumbnail that
Was I right?
Oh, you're very right. RN, but there was something prior to that. I'm a second career nurse.
Okay.
So before that, I'm the creative type. I was for more than half of my life a professional floral designer, turned interior designer because I got tired of doing brides. My specialty was weddings and special events, with the last probably 6 years of what I did being my own boss, owning my own business in 2 different states. So fast forward, we adopted our third child. Our 2 are bio kids. They're 28, 26, and Rita's 16. So our last child was adopted from China when he was almost 4. So we got some really crappy care when we got home. And it was through that crappy care that I decided, well, maybe I'll go to school to be a nurse to make a difference for somebody else, because it really was one good experience with a doctor's office that was like, oh, okay, well, people can do the right thing, and which isn't necessarily the rule following thing, and make a difference. So I went back to school, became a nurse, and only to do kids. I've never done adults. So if you got a problem, don't call me. Do the kiddos. I like to play for a living.
Right?
So yeah. I use a lot of those things that you learn as a nurse. We do a lot of teaching. Having had Reed at almost 4, he spoke Cantonese. So, it was a lot of charades, a lot of TPR that I now know that it has a name, that we did to help him learn to speak English. So I take a lot of what I have had in life working with kids, and I use it in my classroom.
Great. Have you done, what is it in Japan? Ikebana, right?
Yeah.
The designs, right? Isn't that part of their floral design?
It is. And I'm not, I don't love, I'm more of a free flowing kind of a woohoo kind of a girl. I know the rules as to why things are done a certain way. But I also believe that you can do what you like to look at.
Yeah.
We've definitely gone down that road. So
I am so not crafty. Not crafty at all.
Everybody doesn't have to be. That's when you play off your friends.
Right? Yes, definitely.
Yep.
Good. So let's see, you answered what you did before VIP Kid. What was your why for starting with VIP Kid?
My why for starting was really to have some extra cash to pay off some bills. So we're trying to get out of debt. We are almost there because I still have student loans from when I went to school for interior design.
Oh, wow.
In addition to what I piled on top doing nursing, and I'm almost done. I am
Yay.
almost done. I am down to one student loan. Woohoo!
Oh, that's great. We're gonna have to have like
Uh,
a virtual party for you when you're done.
Girl, you're gonna hear it from all the way over in Virginia because I'm gonna be out back screaming to the top of my lungs. It's done. Yeah. So that was my why. I just wanted to have that little extra boost that I could throw to that.
Hmm.
And we're taking my kids, if Corona doesn't mess it up, we're taking everybody on a family vacation for Christmas
Oh,
on a cruise. So we'll see.
nice. Do they
We
all
have
know?
Oh yeah, they know because we all
Okay.
had to coordinate schedules. The big kids had to,
Hmm.
think about how much time they were going to need to take off. So
Yeah.
we may or may not do it this year, but yeah, that's the plan. So I've been kind of helping with that too. So it
Yeah.
feels good to have a little extra money and not have to commute. My day job that I was working as a school nurse is a 50-minute drive for me.
Oh, wow.
50
Yeah.
minute 50-minute one way, 50
So
minutes the other way.
were you still working in the schools
Yep.
when this all happened?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yep. Yep. Yeah, about a 50-minute drive. 23 and some change as far as miles go. One way.
Yeah. When we were in Japan, my husband drove an hour and a half
Yeah.
and an hour and a half, 2 hours to work, would work 12 hours and drive back. Finally, a couple of them got an apartment to share for a couple days on and
Smart.
off. Yeah. That was a
Smart.
lot.
It is a lot.
Oh,
And it's a lot to drive when you're tired.
playing for a living is where it's at.
Yep.
Yes, Alicia.
It's great.
Hey,
I
good
have
morning, Stephanie. Thanks for coming. Alicia said they had to cancel their family cruise this summer.
Oh, I
Oh,
understand. It's sad.
bummer. Yeah, so many. And then I think once everything's cleaned and ready to go, everyone's going to be ready to go on a trip.
Yep.
So I'm kind of wondering, like, is everybody going to be ready, or is it
Uh,
going to be like a trickle event? I don't know.
yeah,
What
I
do you
don't know
think?
either. I have no idea. We have till August to decide before
Okay.
we have to pay the final balance. So
Right.
I've paid no more on it because I don't want to. We're just in the holding pattern right now. So we'll see.
Right. Did
Yeah.
you expect to love VIP Kid
Nope.
as much as you do when you got started? I know, right?
No, I had no idea. My husband's cousin, her daughter, who's the same age as my oldest son, posted something on Facebook one day about, "Hey, look what I'm doing." And
Hmm.
I didn't think anything of it until he comes home from a flight and he's holding a piece of paper, a newspaper that he found because he travels with his job that was
Yeah.
in the seat pocket of the plane. This was before the days you're afraid to touch anything.
Right.
And I'm reading it, and it's talking about all of these different ways to have a side hustle, and one of them was teaching English online. Well, it didn't say a specific company. And
Right.
I'm like, wait a minute. I'm scrolling back through Facebook trying to find her post. And sure enough, it was VIP Kids. So I sent her a message and said, hey, what can you tell me? And she says, it's the
Hmm.
best thing I've ever done. Here's my link. And so she sent it to me. And I would say a week later, I'd passed all my stuff. And I'm like, because when I go big. Let's just do it. We're just going to
Right. That's me
just
too.
do it. Just do it. Think about it later.
Yeah, that's me. I jump in like full force with anything. Like I'm
Yep.
either in it or I'm not, you know?
Exactly.
I guess what is
Exactly.
it? Go big or go home?
Exactly.
Except, yeah. Except now you can't get started in a week, guys. At least right now, give it some time.
That's
You
right.
do your job to get it done quickly, but just know it's going to take a little bit of time.
Yep, it is a much slower process, but the reward on the back side of it is
Yeah.
so good. The waiting for the bookings to come, the waiting for your regulars to find you, it's so
Hmm.
true. And when they do, and you see them every week on the other side of the screen going, or having a bad day. I had one that had a bad day this morning, and I thought
Oh.
she was on the verge of tears the whole class. It's just, it does something special for you.
Hmm. I taught in a restaurant today.
Oh my God.
It was so loud, but they were fun. And mom is a doctor.
Uh huh.
And she kept like peeking in the screen and helping him give answers. Normally it's just him and I, so it's kind of fun. She'd be like jumping in and trying to get the answers before him. And
Yes. I
It was
told one
cute.
mom last night, the one of the twins that I teach, she's over there. I'm trying to get him to sound out the word, and he's doing a great job. And I hear her, and I went, and I hear mom trying to help you. She laughs and she holds up this piece of paper with all of these words written out because he's a 7-year-old in level 5, and
Wow.
they're big words in level 5. And she's like, he can't remember these words, so she's got them in English, Chinese, phonetically
Whatever.
out to the side. She's like, I'm trying to help him. I went, and you're doing a great job.
Aw. Wow, level
Yeah,
5.
he is like 8 classes away from being a 6. Oh,
Wow.
wow.
That is amazing.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
I had a 2-year-old trial lesson, and I was talking to Lucy. Not her, was it West? No. Oh my goodness, my mind just went blank. But anyway, I was talking to Lucy and I'm like, this is a 2-year-old. Like, is this normal? And he did the whole lesson. He was
Yeah.
so good. I was like,
Yeah.
wow. But that's back when I was first getting started.
Yeah. I've not taught any 2-year-olds yet.
Yeah. I thought, surely this date is wrong, right? This is not true, but he
So
was
much from
amazing.
4 to 14.
Right? Yeah. So how long have you been teaching with VIP
So
Kids?
I'm in my second contract. My
Oh,
1-year
me too.
mark will be in July.
Mine will be August.
Oh, that's cool. It's
Yeah.
amazing how fast, once the momentum kind of picks up,
Mm-hmm.
how things change. And the fact that I was able to transition from working full time as a nurse and teaching on the nights and the weekends, Fridays
Mm-hmm.
were pretty heavy, and then Saturday and Sunday, to being able to open up my schedules in the morning through the week, has been a game changer.
Yeah.
It's been great. It's been
Yeah.
great. So I was very thankful to have this little boat to step into when they said don't come back to work.
Right. Oh.
Yeah.
So what does your VIP Kid schedule look like now?
So my VIP kid schedule now, as I was telling you earlier, I typically don't start anything earlier than 6 o'clock in the morning. Occasionally, I've got one student who will occasionally ask for 5:30, which I will do, but
Yeah.
only for her. And I would never rebook that class. And I wouldn't do it every day. So typically, I have like 6 o'clock is my start time, and
Mm-hmm.
I keep it all the way until 9, whatever that time is, 9:30, that nobody ever books.
Yeah.
Um, and then in the evenings, I have open from 8:30 till about 10,
Okay.
10:30. I have the twins that I teach. They occasionally will priority request an 11 o'clock slot, which I will do for them.
Yeah.
And then I do not teach on Sunday evenings. So it's like the one day of the week that I don't do something in the evening.
Yeah.
But that's kind of the schedule. My mornings are pretty full
Mm-hmm.
with, 5 classes back to back
Yeah.
usually. Evenings are hit or miss. I might have 2 or 3. Last night I had 4. Just kind of depends.
Just realized I had our recording paused, but luckily we're live, so it's okay.
That's a good thing.
And luckily you said it's okay that you don't have the link.
That's right. Yeah, it's all fine.
Well, the reason I told Mandy when we got started was Zoom sent me a message saying the next time you go live, you might have to update. So I came in like 10, 15 minutes early and didn't want the recording going the whole time. So that's how that happened.
It's all good.
So, hey guys, if you have questions for me or questions for Mandy, please put them in the chat box. All in caps is easier for me to find. Let's see. Oh, hey, Amy Lou, thanks for coming. My moderators are trickling in. Oh, Marianne, how did I miss you? Oh, and Charles is here. Wow, guys. Hey, thanks for coming. I seriously did not see their names earlier. How did I miss them?
Did they pop up? Were they in the waiting room? Did you have to let them in?
No, not on YouTube.
You have it set up so they can, oh yeah, that's right. That's it.
Yeah. Well, that's why if I'm looking, down here, I have your questions on my notepad. But if I'm looking over here, this is the live chat on my iPad.
Smart.
So, it's great for my busy personality to have
multiple streams of activity at once.
Yes. It keeps me grounded.
I understand.
So, Mandy, do you have a favorite teaching moment or a funny story?
I was thinking about that, and I guess I guess yeah. So I was day before yesterday, I was working with a new kid, and the question or the vocabulary word he was having to learn was lost. One of them, it was one of the supplementary classes, and he was new to me, and it had a picture of a box and the magnifying glass. So I'm like, where is it? It must be lost. And I went like this, and the next thing you know, I've got a pop-up on the screen that says he's reported my behavior. He's reported my behavior to the fireman.
He thinks you're lost.
What? Yeah, that probably is my funniest moment. I get the kids, and it's like everybody else. You get the kids. The one today, I know he turned off his monitor, but he reported that I couldn't see him because I saw him take his earphones off before he pushed the button.
Right. You see their hand going like this, and you're like, "Don't do it! Don't do it!"
I know. No, that's probably it. I mean, I think probably the strangest. So I have taught in a food court in a hotel in a shopping mall. With one of my level 5s. So she's level 6 now, but at the time she was there with 3 friends having dinner. So I got to do that, and then I taught in the back seat of a car while a dad was driving home at night. So the lights were almost giving me seizures.
Yeah.
Going past, I was like, where are we? Going home from my grandparents. Okay.
Yeah. Tim, online teacher dude, said, I think it was him that talked about the girl on the horse when he was teaching.
Oh gosh.
She does riding lessons. He said she stayed still with the horse though, but she wanted to show him.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
It really is heartwarming that they want us to be part of their lives. They want us to see what they do or their accomplishments. I think that's what's so cool.
Let's see. Amy Lou says she got distracted by feedback and forgot to click on the video to start.
It happens.
I'm only 27 and feel like I have to know what I want to do when I grow up. So what advice would you give me coming from multiple careers? Ooh, that's a tough question for you, Mandy.
That's a great question, because I still say I don't know what I want to do when I grow up. Yeah. And that's the joy of it. You don't have to know. You can keep reinventing yourself as long as it's a better version of yourself.
Yeah.
I think what I wanted at 20, I got married when I was 20. I was 20. It'll be 33 years this summer. So I was a kid. I was a little baby.
We were 18.
Yeah, my mom had me when she was 18. So, Grammy is really young.
That's my family too.
I say, don't feel like you've got to have it decided today. Take all the opportunities that you can in life to learn, be a lifelong learner, because I think the more that you learn and discover, the more that you realize there's more out there to do. And because you're doing something now doesn't mean you have to do it forever. And if you hate something, by God, find something you like to do and love it.
Yes, follow your passion.
Please do.
So really quick, this is kind of my experience. I didn't know I wanted to be a teacher. So I've been a kindergarten teacher for 10 years, but I didn't know I wanted to do that. I was an aide and a substitute. And when my husband got out of the military, they said I could no longer, the military has different rules. I could be a substitute and I could be a teacher, but I could no longer be an aide. And I cried. I didn't know I loved it that much until they told me I couldn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
So I went to WGU, which is an online college. I'm not an affiliate or anything. That's just where I went, and went back to school for teaching. So, definitely lifelong learner. You can find online colleges and classes or go much cheaper now than you could. Well,
yes.
It depends on what you're looking for, really.
Exactly. Yeah. And look around, because you've got to consider a lot of things. When I was looking into nursing school, of course, I had to do the first part, because I did the 2-year program first, and then did the bachelor's part online. So that once you have that and you can be a nurse and actually practice as a nurse, then you can do the other part without having to do quite so much hands-on learning. You don't want a nurse that has never touched people.
Right.
But you've got to consider too a lot of different things. How much time am I going to invest and money trying to get into different places? Where am I more likely to get in if it's something that I want to do? So there's lots to consider when you're looking into school. Is there a cheaper? I'm all about it. They don't necessarily care where you got the degree. They just want to know that you did it.
And for WGU, it was like $3,000 per semester. And you could fit as many classes as you could. So my bachelor's took 2.5 years. So that was, quite cheap. And then my master's took 7 months.
Yeah.
And they prorated the second semester. Now it's been a few years, so I don't know that they still do all that. But I mean, leaving college with a master's and having no student loans was very fortunate. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Rebecca said she loved it. Thanks for the answer.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, follow your passion.
Yeah,
Let us know. Let us know. Okay, I think I'm good. Oh, Alicia, she got flashed by a little boy once. It was like my second week of teaching and I almost quit. Stuck to it and haven't seen anything like that since.
Well, I look at
it won't be the last.
No, exactly. And I look at that, especially for like the younger kids.
Yeah.
It's normal behavior.
Yeah.
It's just, that's just, kids don't care.
Yeah.
They don't care.
And they think it's funny. Bathroom talk, it's funny to them.
Yes, exactly.
Amy Lou, I'm never growing up.
Good for you, girl. Go.
Jason said, I think my most unique class location was with a girl sitting in hair and makeup with a beauty pageant going on behind her.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Oh, Jason, that's awesome.
That's dedication to learn English, I'm saying.
Yeah. Maybe you should go back and film some of that for us so we can see it.
Exactly.
Okay, let's see. Man, I am like everywhere again today.
It's okay. I like popcorn.
I think people that come to my lives just expect it from me now that they know my personality, I
think it makes more interesting as opposed to a very rigid, it's going to be like this, it's going to be like this. Because after a while, it's like, okay.
Yeah. And thanks for coming back, guys. This is my 30th something interview, and there's still some of you in the chat. Thank you.
That's awesome. Kasie, I'm so proud of you.
Oh, thanks. Well, we know you're here for Mandy, but I'm glad you found us today.
Yes.
So what are your favorite props, rewards, and levels?
Okay, so my favorite props, since I'm sitting in my classroom, are my ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh. I have the other one is here. It came like this from Amazon. Yeah. Oh, yes. I love I use these every lesson. No lie.
Every lesson. Yes.
Every lesson. Too. Colors. Do you like ice cream? It's a great icebreaker.
Mm-hmm.
How many would you prefer? Do you prefer? Mm-hmm. They're great for everything. I turn around and grab them all the time. They're usually here and right by my fingertips. Yeah. And then my other favorite is my bowl of noodles.
Noodles.
So when kids learn that, okay, if you don't know how to use chopsticks, go YouTube yourself how to use chopsticks, because when they see that you can actually use chopsticks, oh my gosh, they're like, what? And they're not the cheatery kind. But yeah. I have put more of these noodles in my mouth and then had to pick the little fibers out. Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm not above.
We do for our classes.
I'm not above shoving them in my mouth as fast as I can.
That's funny. I don't know where my chopsticks went.
Use my bowl of noodles for all kinds of things. What did you have for breakfast? Noodles. Do you like noodles? I have a kid who doesn't like noodles. I said, you're Chinese. How do you not like noodles? So those are probably my favorite props.
Mm-hmm.
Favorite rewards. Gosh, one of my favorite rewards that I've been doing lately is for my bigger kids, favorites. So I've got a favorites list for this child that we add to, and I did it with the vis-a-vis ones so they don't erase.
Oh,
so
yeah.
This is her board. The other way I've been doing it is this way inside. Yes. And I just started another one for a child on the back. Yeah. So we we go through all kinds. Yes, exactly. Favorite. It helps me get to know them.
Yes.
It helps them think about how to have conversations, because these are things that people will ask sometime. Hey, what's your favorite color?
Yeah.
You know, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I use that a lot for dialogue. We use it for sentences. The other one that I got that a mom really liked, we used to play this game. I made it up with my kids when they were small and we would take road trips. And I'll start out with a word that is, we'll just say hello. Hello. They have to give me a word that starts with the last letter of the word that we just did.
Mhm. Yeah.
So, open. So we fill it up throughout at the end of class, they have to make up a story using
wow.
these words. So I have gotten some very interesting stories. I have one girl who loves the word stupid. And so I was like, all right, well, you have to figure out how to use the word stupid properly. So we made it work. So I would say those are my favorite rewards. And then my favorite levels are probably 4 or 5. I'm liking 6. I've only had it for a short period of time, so I could transition with one of my kids. I have recently taught a couple 2s that I loved the kids, but mostly I do not like level 2.
I have a lot of 2s.
I haven't gotten many 2s, and I started out with 3 with the mammals. Back before they changed it.
Somebody's favorite lesson is mammals. I think Mary Maple is, I think that's her favorite, is the birds and mammals. And
I bet she would be good at teaching that. Happy birthday! I didn't like, it was before they changed it since I started teaching that one. It was
true.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Horrible. But the girl is a regular now. I've had her for a lot of classes. I have been with her since August. Yeah. I'm excited.
We had somebody requested the collaboration group to how to make the beginning level 2 units more interesting. So we had a whole collaboration on that.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, that's been fun too. People have been like writing and asking us to collaborate on certain things. So that's been interesting.
That's a good idea.
So how do you handle tough and distracted kiddos?
I just try to be as silly as I can. Well, it depends on the level. You can't be but so silly for a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I mean, and they're going to be distracted with their phone or whatever. And I'll sometimes just stop. Tommy, are you done? Because we need to do this.
Yeah.
And they'll look up. It's like, okay, now let's go.
Yeah.
For the littles, I just try to, I'll pull up something they haven't seen. I'll get out my bear, or I'll pull up one of my puppets, or, I'll try to just do, and if not, I Dora and keep on going.
Yeah. I did that with Monkey today. I pulled out Monkey and Daniel came right back to me. Level 1.
Yeah. It just it depends on the kid. And if I've had them before and kind of know what to expect with them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll just go, hey, Tommy, come on, we got to get going. Turn your monitor on. I need to see your mouth moving. And I'll just kind of keep going.
Yeah. My level 6, I'm like, 25 minutes today? Or are we going to 28? And he's like, oh.
Right. Right. And some of them are just chatty. That makes you go to 28 or 29 and 56.
I told you I am terrible at pacing. I'm working on it though, but
it's hard.
Were you in the Nancy Taylor's Beyond Teaching ESL online course?
Yes. Fabulous, fabulous course. I'm not completely finished because I kind of went down a little rabbit trail to start a website. But I loved everything that I learned, meeting some fantastic people that I probably would not have had the chance to interact with and really feel like I got to know a little bit.
Yeah.
It's been great. Very collaborative, very supportive. Great information.
Yeah. I thought it was awesome. So you feel like it was worth it too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. If you're interested in like branding yourself, even if it's not for VIPKid, there's teachers and people from everywhere for all different kind of branding. It was not just teachers and not just VIPKid. It was
Yeah.
I don't know, tips and tricks for all kinds of branding. So I thought that was great.
I think the stuff that you learn, I mean, as far as technology and how to navigate YouTube and how to, to generate long tail taglines, and that stuff can cross over many different avenues of interest that you might be pursuing. So once you have the knowledge, it's kind of that lifelong learner thing. Okay, I've got this great knowledge. What do I do with it? How can I apply it? What can I do today?
I still haven't gone through all the modules. I'm still like level or module 1 and 2, because once I got to all the YouTube stuff,
Right.
I've just been doing that. So
You went down the rabbit trail.
The YouTube rabbit trail.
Yes. And I would like to strangle the person that taught me about TikTok. Just saying.
I haven't done it yet.
Don't do it.
Kasie Morrow, I think, brought that up in one of our meetings. We'll blame Kasie.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Yes.
Oh, Evelyn, thanks for coming. I was talking about you.
Beautiful, beautiful art.
Yes. And her beautiful family today. I love when she posts pictures of her kids, and her boys are like so chummy and like, hey, bro. They're always together. And oh, so cute.
Isn't that sweet?
I know. I have to watch everybody else's babies.
That's okay.
Mine are 21 and 19.
That's cool. It's fun when they get to be that age.
Yeah, my son just got married. Did you know that?
Oh, no, that's awesome.
Yes.
Congratulations. My daughter just celebrated 2 years of marriage on the 12th.
Oh, we couldn't be there, but we got to watch Facebook Live.
Oh, good. I'm glad they did it that way.
So how are you branding yourself?
Well, what I thought I was going to be doing hasn't panned out because I went down the rabbit trail. So,
Darn rabbit trail.
I know, the rabbit trail sometimes ends up in a place other than the burrow. In my case, it's ending up with a company called the ESL Connection. The ESLconnection.com is where you'll be able to find our website.
I'm going to write it. ESLconnection.com.
And make sure you put the in front of it. THEESL connection.com. So what the ESLconnection.com, this has kind of morphed into something I hadn't even thought about until my one-on-one with Nancy. And then several different promptings from a couple of different teachers, one of them being Paige Howell. She's been phenomenal in pushing me off the ledge.
Yes, she is.
She's great. So my website is going to sell custom t-shirts. It's going to sell, but more inclusive than just t-shirts, because there's a lot of t-shirt shops out there and they have great things. Their designs are great. What I love about having different things or different avenues to search is that we all bring something different to the table. Yeah. You know, my designs aren't going to be like the next person's designs because I'm creating them. We're also going to have, I've got a lot of things going on my head and how I want to take this. But for right now, I'm going to focus on getting the store up and going. We are going to offer other swag for teachers besides just t-shirts. So you can kind of do shopping all in one location. We're going to do tumblers, decorated.
Cute.
We're going to do coffee mugs. We're going to have little tote bags, just a variety of things.
I'll be your first customer for a coffee mug.
There you go. All right, perfect.
Love my coffee.
It'll all be, well, and I want to get the insulated ones because when you put, for me, when I teach 5 in a row, by the time I get the first, it's so cold. I want the insulated ones with like the pop lid so that it stays warm. But what I'd like to do is also offer, use my interior design background, because I always get, where did you get that? How did you do that? And I see a lot of that. People want to know, where did you come up with that idea? How could I make that work for me? And I'd like for my YouTube videos, in addition to, you know, a little bit informational, really focus on stuff like that. Here's what I did. I did a whole video on how I redid my background. I forgot to disconnect my microphone, and so it didn't record a thing.
I've done that. Oh.
Well, I wasn't going to redo my I wasn't going to redo it again because I just wasn't. So that
Yeah.
got thrown to the side. But I'd like to be able to help people with that. How do I figure out how to store my stuff? Give me a picture of your space and let me come up with some ideas for you. Um, there's
If I showed you what you can't see.
I know. And it's the behind the scenes things that sometimes makes teachers crazy.
Yeah.
It makes you a little bit inefficient in how you're able to function. Some people function great that way. I do not. I need to
No.
know that my stuff's right where I'm going to grab it.
Mhm.
So there's lots of different things I hope this will do. Provide some free resources, some printables, you know, some signs with your names on them, stuff like that. So we will have freebies. We'll also have information about teaching for those who
Mhm.
kind of find us that way. But that's where we're going, and that's kind of how I'm taking myself to wherever it's going to land.
Good. When you're up and running, you should let the Good Fortune box know too. Maybe they'll feature you one time.
I will. I plan on it. They have I love what they're doing. I actually have some ideas myself for a subscription kind of a box, but
Fun.
that will be down the road once I get the website up and running. I thought I would
Right.
have it done like a week ago. No, it might be next week.
Right.
End of May, for sure, by the end of May.
There you go. Oh, Candy. Hey, Candy, thanks for coming. Candy said TikTok is the best. There are so many VIPKid teachers on there that are funny.
It is hilarious. Hilarious.
You mentioned, so your website is under construction, but they should go visit anyway because
they should, because they can put in their email address to get a notification as soon as we go live, and a 10% off coupon for your first, well, a code. We're not going to call it a coupon. A 10% off code that'll come in that email that you can use on your first purchase of your swag that you get from the shop. So I'm so excited.
Yes. So go to the website, put your email address, and you'll be notified with a 10% code. Great.
Yep, exactly.
Let's see. Man. So we can find you at theeslconnection.com. And are you on any other social media?
I am on, well, baby steps, because I've got them all set up. So it's the.esl.connection for Instagram.
Okay.
And it is the ESL Connection page at Facebook.
I think I put them below, right, Mandy?
Okay, I can't see below, so. So somebody else can tell us if they're below.
Some of it's not blue though, but I'll make sure to fix that.
Okay.
Yep. The.esl.connection for Instagram. Got it.
Yep. And then it's the Facebook, it's ESL Connection page.
The ESL Connection page. Good. Candy said one idea for your new website is to have a new teacher starter pack. Yes.
Oh, I heard that from somebody else. So that's twice. That's good.
I was thinking the same thing.
All right, I'm writing it down.
She said maybe with most used props, t-shirt, map, or some, etc.
Okay, something to get their classroom started.
Yes. All right,
I love it.
I was thinking the same thing, Candy. I actually started trying to research that as a gift to send to my 2 new referrals. They haven't taught their first class yet. I did send them a Good Fortune box, though.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What a great gift. I get my first one this month. I'm so excited.
Really? Oh,
yes.
Fun.
I couldn't get in last month because they sold out so fast.
Yeah, they do. They sell out quick. I was excited because you can order the old shirts too. And there was a shirt in, I think it was January, that I loved. And I just got it the other day. So I just washed it and haven't worn it yet because
there's some cute shirts.
I just always wear my orange.
Well, that's good to know for the one that's going to come in the mail to you.
Right? Ooh, yay!
It'll be an original because nobody's seen or purchased any of these yet.
Because it's Mandy's.
Right.
So I have this question on here. Are you a YouTuber?
Well, I have a YouTube page or whatever. What do we call it? A YouTube channel? Yes. And I have nothing on it.
It's linked below so that when she does, we'll know about it.
That's right. I'm so down that rabbit trail. Everybody kept saying, just do the video. It's like, but I can't.
Yeah. I I think choosing one rabbit hole is okay for now.
Exactly.
Like...
And that's what I have to do. But I have a list. I have a list of things that I really would like to talk about. One of them being just, hey, you don't have to be the traditional teacher.
Yeah.
You don't have to be the traditional, I'm the teacher to be successful teaching online. You don't.
Yeah. I think Paige mentioned it the other day, like everybody finds their tribe. So whatever kind of teacher you are, hang in there and your tribe will find you.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I wish I would have heard that to begin with, because I wasn't working with somebody specifically. I mean, I had her code, but I really was doing it on my own.
Yeah.
I wish I had somebody come alongside me and say, don't try to be somebody else. Watch the videos for the content, the ideas, but don't get discouraged if you can't be that person in the video, because they're not you. You have to do you, and you have to be authentic in that. You have to be you. You don't apologize for it. You don't change. Yeah, you have to alter it a little bit, but you do you.
Yeah. We just talked about that. The guys were really good at letting that be known how they felt about teaching and being you.
And I think the guys are, I think guys are really good about not getting caught up with some of the things that women are sometimes, oh, she's cute, she's skinny, she's young, she doesn't wear glasses, she doesn't have to worry about glare, she doesn't get all red when she talks. I think they just go, whatever, I'm just going to do me. And I commend them for that.
Yeah, sort of. One of them did say, oh, I can't stand those women that teach like that. And I was like, oh. Fair warning. They're coming on next week. I've got Paige, William, and Michael. I think Teacher Michael all next week. So
that'll be cool.
Candy said the Good Fortune box might be backed up. No, they only ship out once a month. So all of us are shipped out at the same time, so that we all get it at the same time, which is cool because we all try to make our unboxing videos and stuff around the same time.
And I saw they went to 500 boxes this month.
Can you believe that?
That's phenomenal. Yay, guys.
Awesome. Woo. Yep. And Sam and I are talking about her coming on this channel. We're talking about it when a box arrives so that we can unbox together.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, Rachel was on here a while ago. So
cool.
Awesome. Let's see. What do you think are some pros and cons of working from home?
Oh, this is not my first rodeo working from home, so I got lots of thoughts about that. Okay, pros, you don't have to commute. So you save money on gas. You save money on a lot of different things. You save a lot of stress in your head for that. You can create an environment that you like. You can't always do that at a job you have to go to. Sometimes you're stuck with what you get.
Yeah.
But we get to create this. We get to make this what it is that fills our cup up.
Yes.
So those are pluses. Negatives, your work from home. It's hard to turn it off.
Yeah.
In addition to teaching, I'm working on website stuff. I'm working on trying to procure product. I'm working on trying to figure out what I'm going to ship my stuff in that stays within my budget and my brain does not shut off. Okay, so that's a con.
Yeah.
Teaching, making sure that you're in an environment where it can be quiet enough that you can teach.
Yeah.
If you're fortunate enough to have a space that you can set up and leave, that's a great thing. But there are some people who don't have that luxury. So being creative and figuring out what works for what you do have.
Yeah.
And then another con, I think, would be just having the family right now with all the COVID stuff and the kids being home. I've got a 16-year-old. He's really no problem. But if I stop and think about if I were trying to do this when my children were younger, it would be quite a challenge for me to balance my day-to-day responsibilities of teaching and whatever else it is that I have to do with being a mom, being a homeschooler, doing the laundry, taking care of the house, supporting my husband or my spouse, those sorts of things.
The biggest con for me is I am home and I am home and I am home. You know what I mean? Like,
what day is it
I am
today?
always here.
Yes.
And I am always like, I love to be out. I love to be around people. And this is not just for COVID, but when I started working from home, my butt was in this chair for 6,
Yes.
12 hours at a time. And I was like, I need to get out of here. So,
Right.
but then I had just moved here too. So once I got a vehicle, I was like, peace, I'm out.
Yes.
Done teaching. And just
Yes.
little trips. Starbucks is, down the ways a little bit. So as long as I got out of the house a little bit. Yeah.
That's good.
Let us know in the chat. What is one of your pros and one con for teaching from home or working from home? Let us know what you think. So good. Wow, we are at the famous 3 questions. Are you ready?
Sure.
We don't have to be. If you want to sit and chat, I'm all about it.
It's all good. It's all good. The famous 3, the final 3.
Yes. I always say, like, nurses are like, I have quite a few friends that are nurses, and they always make really good friends because I never have to guess how they're feeling because they tell me like it is. So I think,
I was guilty of that before I became a nurse.
right. I think most nurses are guilty of that before. They just,
Yeah, what comes up comes out, and sometimes the filter is not quite what it
Yeah.
should be.
Well, sometimes I just don't realize it. I'm like, yay, everybody's happy, everything's good, so.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. What do you think are the qualities of a good teacher?
I think a good teacher needs to be creative, and it doesn't have to be artsy creative. You have to be creative and be able to function and flip things on the fly.
Okay.
This isn't working. I need to be able to do this. This isn't working. I need to try this. So you need to be creative, and you need to be flexible because you can't really have your set agenda because it's going to change. I think you need to find some joy in what it is that you do. Because it's kind of like nurses. Some of them are not good nurses because they hate what they do. And I just want to say, go find something else because life is too short. So find something that you love. I think most everybody in VIPKid loves what they do. And I think having wisdom, and I think that's not necessarily book smarts, but I think that's wisdom to know that you surround yourself with the people that fill your cup. I think that's finding the balance that you need to be able to sustain whatever it is that you're doing, whether it's your schedule that you have set or the boundaries you put into place with family members or whatever. So that's probably how I would answer that.
Good. I love it. So what are your upcoming goals?
Finish my website.
Yes. Mandy, I've never touched my website. That is all my husband.
Oh my God.
I am so lucky that he does that.
Yes. Well, my husband walked in the other day and he says, do you want, we got the name of a person from a friend of ours who just opened her own real estate brokerage. Do you want to call so-and-so? I went, no, I'm this close to being done now. I've done all the hard work. I just need to finish. So I want to finish my website. I want to be able to take some time and do some YouTube videos that are mulling around in my brain. And once I get those done, I'd like to sit down and just do a little bit more planning on where I want this to go. I want COVID to go away so that my family can come visit.
Yes.
So my goal is to create a warm, relaxing environment for them. We live on a lake. So the fact that I can't have people come, it's killing me.
Yeah.
It's killing me.
Well, hopefully for the summer.
I hope so.
It's supposed to get to 87 here today. I'm like
so excited. I'm taking the fleece off, but it's cold in my office. So for right now, I have to do this. Yeah.
I am like, today I need to get my walk in early because it's going to be a hot one.
Sweltering. Oh, and my other goal is to make more connections. We've started the process with the workshop that we did with Nancy, but I'd like to continue growing those relationships because we work by ourselves. Sometimes I feel like I'm in a bubble. But the more that I'm able to connect with people and realize, my situation's not so unique. We all kind of share the oh crappy moments, and we figure out how to get through it. but we share those moments together. And I think it's really kind of cool. There's strength in numbers.
Yeah. I don't want that group to end.
I know.
I love the people in our group. Oh.
I know.
I was going to tell you, are you in the YouTubers group?
I am. I did join, and then I haven't posted anything because somebody posted a while back, hey, if you're in the YouTubers thing, why don't you have any YouTube videos? And I'm like, oh.
They were just making sure that you were supposed to be in that group, because there was a while there where I think some were getting through without, and they were like, oh, wait a minute, that one's not supposed to be here. That, Yes. So I think they were checking at that time.
Yeah, I was feeling a little bit bad.
Nah, there's such a good group, and you just I'm in there to learn, or waiting on my website before I start that one.
Right? Exactly.
Candy said the boys are coming back. Yes, Candy, I have three of them coming. I said Paige is Monday, William is Thursday, Teacher Michael is Friday, and then I'm gonna have another all-male panel in June.
That's cool. That's a great idea.
Yeah, it was just fun. It's totally my husband's idea. I'm telling you guys, I just talk, and my husband's the one that comes up with everything.
Well, I think that's a great idea, because I mean, most of what you see are mostly women driven, mostly women focused, and I think they're probably the minority out there that needs to have their voice heard, because their perspective is a little bit different.
Let's see, is Charles still here? I don't know if Charles is still in the chat box. He was in the panel too last week. Was it Tuesday, just a couple of days ago.
Right.
The
days all run together.
Chelsea said, I am a school OT and have been a VIP kid teacher as well for a few months and love it. I love occupational therapy. Oh, Chelsea, will you consider coming and chatting with us about occupational therapy? I am totally fascinated by it. And speech. I love learning about speech.
Yes, and they do so much more than that. I mean, when they do the swallow tests and stuff, and it's just it's amazing.
I have one that can't do anything in the back. All of his letters come from the front, which Amy taught me that. So shout out to Amy Emerson. Amy? Yeah, right? April. Sorry. April was on here. Let's see. Jason said, a pro is sleeping in until the last minute until I really need to get up to work. That was supposed to be a question on the male panel, and I didn't get to it. We were wondering,
how early do you get up?
Yes, because, some of us put on makeup and stuff, or I can't do anything without a cup of coffee first. So we were wondering how long before the men get up.
How early do you get up, Kasie?
30 minutes before.
I'm about 40, give or take, but I don't prep the night before. So I come downstairs and get my coffee and then kind of go through my stuff real quick before class.
Yeah, I go through emails and stuff, but I have to set another timer because I'll get lost in my emails.
Gosh, I woke up yesterday morning and went, oh my gosh, I slept through my class. And I pulled it up, was like, oh gosh, no, it's at 7 o'clock, not at 6 o'clock.
Jason said, yes, that too. Oh, getting back in bed the second you hit finish class.
I can't say I've ever gotten back in bed.
Oh, I have. When I was doing overnights.
Yeah.
Or I would take an hour or two to sleep and then get back up. Oh, yeah. My husband's like, you need to go take a nap. You're kind of grumpy. Okay, so what is your favorite professional development or teaching resource?
So I think the workshop that we did was a huge professional development thing. And I've recently took a class, a master class. It came through, I follow several different of the Dave Ramsey personalities for getting out of debt. And they had liked one of these Facebook things that popped up for me. Actually, I think I saw it on Instagram. And it's the Small Business Academy. The Marketing for Small Business Academy, I think is the name of this lady's business. So I did one of her free workshops, kind of like Nancy had done in the beginning of ours. Fascinating. It talked about all of the different changes coming to Facebook and Instagram. And she talks about how to get in front of the right people for your business. And that was a huge resource. I actually am going to do her master class that I've paid for. It's one of those things that you can work the modules. just about how to use to leverage Facebook and Instagram to meet your customers, because otherwise you'll just be spinning your wheels.
Yeah.
With the whole how she's got somebody inside of Facebook that explains to her the algorithms and how to use your money if you choose to invest in ads to get in front of people, and how it can make your business just go boom. She's amazing.
Good.
She's been doing marketing for a while.
Did you say her name?
Hold on, I'm gonna step out of the camera for 2 seconds. All right, her name is Samantha English, and the name of her business is the Marketing Academy for Small Business. And the way she did her class online, you couldn't see her and you couldn't see anybody else. You just saw the slides as she was going, as she was presenting her information, which I really kind of liked, because I didn't have to worry about, did they see me just diligently taking notes?
Yeah.
She gives you a little flyer ahead of time that you can print out, and I took copious notes about the stuff. You can just do the free part and get the nuggets, or you can dive in and do the other. But I was very, very impressed.
Was it through Zoom, or because
I don't know what
online teacher dude was looking for something like that where he didn't have to be on camera?
I saw that, and I don't know what the program was that she was using. I could email her and ask her. But it was good. She had chats because she asked a question about us introducing ourselves.
Yeah.
And we would start, but there was like 300 of us in the group.
Yeah.
And so she said, she read off like maybe 10 or 12. She says, all right, now that most everybody's in here and they're starting to come to me, it's more that I can get to and start presenting. So, but she did go through, she was going to answer at the end questions that had been sent through to her. And so I checked out at that particular point in time, but she did an excellent job. She's very good at what she does. And the information was very, very, very helpful.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Any more questions in the chat? I think that was my last one. Chelsea, maybe. Oh, thanks, Chelsea. Just reach out to me if you're interested. Well, you know where to find me. This is my channel. My website is teachingwithkasie.com. Kasie.oswald@gmail. So just let me know if you're interested. Super fun, Mandy. Thanks for coming on. I can't wait. I'm gonna go to the eslconnection.com and put my email address in there. And I think you guys in the chat should too.
Excellent.
Right. Thank you so much, Mandy.
You're welcome.
I'll chat with you soon.
Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye.
Oh, there is a new end button over here. Sorry, guys. It's in a different spot now.
They always like to keep you on your toes.
Well, remember I said there were updates? I guess